I am out back and I have been wanting to do this video for a good while, and after we looked at some videos from last year with our 10th anniversary, we decided, oh, it's time to do it. I've been wanting to just share with you guys because we're always sharing social media, and I believe through social media I try to, you know, show you the good stuff with social media. YouTube has helped me cultivate this urban environment and grow vegetables and just have a really good time with my husband and family. And last week we've been nibbling on basil and all of that good stuff. So now is the time that I'm going to just share with you 6 pages on YouTube that has helped us grow this fantastic garden. We're at the beginning stages, but we've never been, I call ourselves, we've been striving to just have a yield. You know, some of the pages that we watch, they are able to, you know, work and feed their family for an entire year. I wish that we were able to do that, but we don't have enough land. More and more every year we're adding more and more. This year we added grow bags to our plan and just changed some things up because some vegetables didn't work and some vegetables were doing awesome. More spices this year and just learning more vegetables, more varieties of vegetables, different recipes and all that good stuff. So I want to show you, because I have some amazing tomatoes that are just popping through and I'm excited about it, but I just want to show you what we have going on. This year we changed our soil, we changed our amendments, and we learned all of these things through pages that we watch on YouTube. So I want to show you this, and then I'm going to take you in and tell you who those great people are that are helping us that they don't even know, and I'll share that with you, and you can take it under advisement and have some fun with it. Okay, so in front of me there's a bed in front of us that we still have some things to put into. We found these grow bags this year, so this is what we have in front of us. And then I'll also add these other little cute things like my sunflower. But you can see that we have eggplant and string beans and cucumbers. And when we look back at the video from last year, when we like reflected over our 10 years, we did not have this much foliage here. And so, as I said, my husband was like, you have to like do a video, and we're like super excited. So that's like string beans and cucumbers and this nasturtium, which I'm going to make pesto for the first time tomorrow. I'm waiting for, of course, it's Prime Day, so I'm waiting for a food processor because I did not have one. We have some sugar baby melons, and then I have these solar roses and flowers just to help with pollination. And then we have some big eggplant here, basil, other spices, chives, and this is our bed of tomatoes. And we had so much fun last year with the tomatoes with our granddaughter. This year we didn't do the cherry tomatoes, we actually did some other varieties, but you can see it's growing out of control, and we've never had a garden that looked like this before. So we're going to be doing some other things out here just to have fun for 2 months, because this kind of becomes our living room for the summertime, because we're out here all the time. And that flower is falling over here. See, fun stuff like this, just to, you know, add some other stuff. And then we usually have this plant called Fuego. Fuego died off last year, and we have some peppers behind us, and we took down some of our tree, so we have some other variations of veggies on the other side of the fence. So we're expanding as we go. So I'm going to take you guys in and give you all the details on how we were able to do that this year. Hey guys, I am back, and I want to give you my top 5 homestead pages, as I told you today in our video. There's so much that could be said today, but I just want to give you our top 5, and I'm going to give you a bonus one because we have gone over to YouTube, and I want to give you some positives about social media. Sometimes we can have so many negative things, but with everything that we do it for the glory of God. And I think that it is important to learn how to grow your food, to have sustainable food, to forage so many things, to gain a skill set that you may have had but you put down, and you know it's great to pick it back up. And I just think there's so many things about growing our food. It's wonderful aesthetic. It gives you conversation. It gives you this time to just eat and say that you grew it. It's just amazing. So our top 5 homesteaders. How did I get to homesteading? A couple years ago, we were part of a community share program with a friend, and I remember that the food had this wonderful smell that I remembered when I was young. And I didn't remember smelling that with our carrots now. Like when we were kids, the carrots had a smell, and we lost that. And so I was like, I want that. And so I went to go look for homesteading. That was the word that I came across. I may have put gardening in, but it was homesteaders. And that stuck out to me. And I was like, what are homesteaders? And homesteaders are people that are growing food, not on a traditional farm, but at their home. And there's so many different variations. It's homesteaders, it's victory gardens, it's urban homesteaders. That's what I call ours, an urban homesteader, because we're in a townhome. And so our first person that we came across was Justin Rhodes. I want to tell you first that all of our pages that we follow are married couples or married couples with children. Why? Because that's our dynamic, and we seem to resonate with the way and the styles that these people do their gardening. So our first page that we found was Justin Rhodes. Justin Rhodes lives over in Virginia with his wife Rebecca and their children, and we took a liking to them because we just love how they started off with a bus tour and was going all over, just meeting other people that were interested in the same thing, growing sustainable food. And along the way, we've watched Justin do a lot of different things with the cows having mastitis, his wife having another baby, his wife going through difficult health, different health challenges, and getting up with the kids, giving them chores, putting up electrical fences, you name it. We've watched Justin do it. We've also watched Justin create a business with homesteading, and I respect that because he's just got such a way. I haven't taken his classes, but when he runs a class, he just talks about it in a way that I believe, just from what he shows us on his YouTube page, that is thorough. And I just like his style. I just like his acumen. So we are a fan of Justin Rhodes, and it's Justin Rhodes, and I'll make sure that I'll put his name in the video, in the clip, so you'll have the name, and then we'll put a little picture and we'll put their name down in the description as well. Our number 2, I would have to say this is one that we get notifications for, and that we're on their page often. I don't want to give you any favorites. I just want to tell you that these are the 5, and I'll give you a bonus that we're on their pages a lot. Like when we need to know something, or we want to catch up with, or we want to know what's going on, what are they doing, what should we be doing. These are the 5 pages that we're on most often. So number 2 is Simply Living Alaska with Ariel and Eric. This page has us having conversations all the time because Ariel and Eric live off the grid in Alaska, and they take us into a journey in a different way, and we are able to learn how to wash clothes off the grid. We watch them build smokers and smoke their fish. We watch them go fishing and literally knock the fish in the head and bring them home and cook them different ways. We watched them make a root cellar and go down, 10 feet, and it didn't work out because of the water tables were raising up through the dirt, however that goes. And that whole project, I was so disappointed because I felt like they did so much work. I was telling people, like, you have to see this couple and all they did to grow this root cellar. and they have enough food and make sure that they have enough food to last them for a year. She's one of the first people that helped me understand blood meal and bone meal and growing potatoes and how to grow them, even though I haven't grown potatoes yet. Just the way that she grows food, she's really intentional about it, and she's just really taught me a whole lot. And I'm always wondering why Ariel still has her ring on and she doesn't have a silicone ring. That's just a question I have, because Ariel is just like that girl. So Ariel, you're that girl. Our third page that we watch often too, and this is more of a Rhonda thing, because I have a thing for the ELLIOT Homestead, and I have a thing for them because it's with Shay and Stuart ELLIOT, and it's so beautiful, picturesque, and it has a blog, and it has all of these different recipes, and just so many ways that you can look at like how beautiful it is to live in Seattle, Washington, and your family and cows and chickens, and it's just very, like, it has a beautiful aesthetic to it, very Victorian and chic and just very thought out. And I just love this page. It's calming, and I just like Shay and Stuart, and I think that they're cool. I love how they sometimes just talk over their videos and just show you different things. I'm always learning very new, interesting things with Shay and Stuart ELLIOT. Also, to piggyback on Simply Living Alaska, one of the things that my husband loves about their page is that these two have awesome recipes. Awesome recipes. So check them out. Our fourth video that we just found these last two out like 2 years ago. Last year we had some difficult things, and we went over to this page. And what I love about Grow Family Network, that's with King and Bev. I have learned a lot from them. First, because he's so detailed and put timestamps in one of his first videos that I watched his whole tour. I watched him have so much food in that yard and there in New Orleans. I was just like taken back from it, and that they had their kids walking around. And again, I'm big on teaching your kids these life skills and things that they're going to be able to take with them into their years, their work ethic. That's what I love about King and Bev. I love that they are praying people as well. And so I think that they're just giving their kids some awesome things. They are the people that first taught me about comfrey. Never heard comfrey, and I had not had an interest in growing a fruit tree. This year is our first year that we put strawberries in, but we haven't grown a fruit tree. King and Bev have so much going on in their yard, and we just try to support them the best way that we can in looking at their page and helping them, because they are just really doing great things with their family. And what I love about King is that when I need to know how to handle like this insect problem, or you know, this is going on, I remember he taught me personally. But last year around this time, he had the whole fertilizer and how you put them in bottles and water and put them in the ground. I did it. That was effective. Neem oil, when we had some issues with the spotting that you get on your squash, you know, he talked about neem oil. So he's very teaching and in his videos, and I'm able to go through the videos and find out what it is that I need to find out. Even we were like amazed when he taught how to put grow beds together with just wood and bricks. That was phenomenal, because we're always looking at different ways and how you can put things together and move them around. So I would highly recommend the Grow Family Network. That's my number 4. And my number 5 video that we watch, and this is just recent, like early last year, is Homestead Hart. And I only have their names as Mr. and Mrs. Hart. What I can say about this couple is we watched them buy this property. We watched them grow loofah and watermelons. This year she helped us with the grow bags because I wasn't going to do grow bags. But when she recommended a certain grow bag on Amazon, it was affordable. It was working for her. She showed us how to do it. She showed us how to put your amendments in the dirt and fill them up a certain way. We did everything that she said to do. And this year we are just watching, like I said earlier in the video, things just thrive in such a way. So we say thank you, Mrs. Hart. And we have a little liking to them because they're Mr. and Mrs. H and we are Mr. and Mrs. H. So we want to shout out to Mr. H because we knew he had an accident this year, and we're rooting for Mrs. H because she's doing a lot of things by herself this year. And so we appreciate your page. What I love about Ms. Hart, before we give you our last bonus page, is that she's another teacher. And so she teaches you how to can. She'll teach you how to, I think she has a page about canning butter. And I was like, wow, so it can last, I believe, like 6 years or 5 years. Don't quote me on that, but it's a pretty long time, and I was amazed by that. So she's always, when she's in the kitchen, she's showing you those skills that I did not learn when I was younger, and then all of these different things in the garden, and she's growing and growing and growing too. And just to piggyback about that growing and growing and growing, that is one of number 4's mantras. He says just grow, 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 or go, go, go. Go, I think it's grow, grow, grow. And I remember being a little frustrated last year and growing, and I heard him say that in one of his videos. And so he taught us about succession planning and just keep on going. If one thing doesn't work out, keep on going. And so once we learned that last year, we were growing food all the way up into, oh my gosh, I had kale come in this summer and we never ate it. We just planted it last year just to see what would happen. So I give my hats off to them for helping us to just keep on going. So that's our top 5. Let me give them to you once again, and then I'll give you our number 6 just as a bonus. That's Justin Rhodes, and then Simply Living Alaska, ELLIOT Homestead, Grow Family Network, and Homestead Heart. Our number 6 is HOLLIS and Nancy's Homestead, right? HOLLIS and Nancy's Homestead. And this is a couple that we found very early on, and we love them. And they helped us to understand an urban homestead because I believe they lived in a rancher, and everything was in their backyard. And I love Mr. I call him Mr. HOLLIS because he was very strategic in how he put up everything. He would show you how to, you know, put this line if you did this. Like he would have like muffin trays and things like that, so you knew where to put seeds. And that's where I knew how I found out about Walla Walla onions. And he was just has a military background, so he teaches you just things in a different way. One thing that happened with, we got away from their page a little bit, and then when we circle back around, they happened to, their start was in North Carolina, and then they wound up moving to Florida. And we were so excited for them, so we would end with this here. They're a couple that prays, and they make sure that they make their food and give it to their community, so that their community, their church has food. And I appreciate it and love them for that. And when they had a chance to go to Florida, we were like, wow, the Lord blessed them with an opportunity to get a campground, to grow more food, not in the dirt, still doing container gardening and things like that, but just they, oh gosh, Mr. HOLLIS and Miss Nancy just teach you so much. And so when we circle back around and they were in Florida, we said, God, please just like bless them, because they've done some amazing things. We didn't meet these people, but they're giving to us all the way here in New Jersey by way of their page on YouTube. So we, you know, always just thank them. And our way of supporting them is just, hey, you know, staying on their page, watching their videos, helping them grow, and telling other people about it too. So those are our top 5, and then our number 6 is Hollis and Nancy's homestead out in Florida. And we just wanted to let you know that the success that we're having this year is not just because we're just doing things because we have no idea. We learn from others and they help us grow our garden, and this year we hope that we have amazing success. And when we have some hiccups, we'll just go to one of their pages and reach out to them to find out what we need. So we wanted to share that with you guys today. Hope that helps you. Please leave comments, questions, and likes and shares. That would be greatly appreciated, and we hope that you took something away from this video. Be blessed as always. Make sure that everything you do it for the glory of God. Take care.